Hello and welcome back to MTG Spec. My name's Tom, and today we're going to talk about shipping. This is the nicest shipped package I ever got, and you know what's funny? This isn't even the outer package. You can tell they didn't even seal the strip there. This was a BGS Beckett 9.5 Spinal Villain. Is the first and only graded card I ever bought because I love that Ansomatics art. But I've kept this packaging just because I was like, wow, because a lot of people do not know how to ship stuff safely. This guy really did a good job. Now, if you're buying a graded single, you don't have to worry about having the cool eBay package or whatever. You know, you can just do what you do because it's already pretty much ready to safely ship. Throw some bubble wrap in there, and tape it inside, tape the bubble wrap around it, and you're good to go. But what if, for instance, as I'm about to do, I just ran a bunch of auctions, and this is a foil etched Force of Negation single that I sold for $81 for Modern Horizons 2. What if you have to ship something like this and you don't have a plastic top loader? And what's funny is I don't even have a plastic top loader to show you guys. Like that's how long the drought's been going on. They since the 2020 era, plastic top loaders have just been extinct at a lot of game stores, and they've actually gone up in price. It's really strange. Now you can get a fancy schmancy one, that's suitable for little gold things, a magnet, suitable for whatever. You could do that, but you're going to be spending a couple dollars to ship something. Who has that kind of money? This is clearly for a Bad Idea comic book sticker inside a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Did you know that these stickers sell for between $50 and like almost $300? It's ridiculous. Anyway, so yeah, you don't want to do that. So I'm going to show you how I ship it, and I get comments in my shipping feedback all the time where people are like, oh, this is well packed, really safely shipped and all this stuff. And I don't use any of this stuff. Now, you could ship a single card and something like that, just maybe, I don't know, put a little padding in there. But, again, you're going to be looking at sending it like priority mail at that point, or, it's just going to eat into the cost. I get these things from Card Kingdom all the time, the different size little containers, and this is good if you want to ship 30 cards at once, or that'll do maybe 25 cards. And these little weird ones are kind of cool where you can ship maybe 5 to 10 cards. But again, buying these things, good luck. It's hard to find these sometimes, and they're not really practical for what we're trying to do. Speaking of not practical, I since we're doing the kind of show and tell episode, I had to buy one of these when I saw it. Look at the size of this booster pack. This is one single 15 card booster pack, and I had to get it because it's such a great emblematic thing about the end of the 2020 era, where stores were having so much problem with theft at like Target and big box stores that they started putting collector boosters in these so that people wouldn't come up to the counter with a stack of collector boosters sandwiched inside a regular booster and hope that they just scan the top one and then do a quantity and then wind up stealing hundreds or thousands of dollars of product. So I love this thing. I thought it was so interesting, and like I said, such a sign of the times. But so if you have a single booster pack to ship in a shape like this, I guess just throw a USPS sticker on it and it's just good to go. But for this guy, obviously we want to send it off safe, and we don't have a plastic. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the process, what I do. Now, if you've been playing Magic for long enough, you will accumulate a lot of weird sleeves that are randos, because they usually sell them in 100 packs, and the deck is 60 cards. So, you do the math. If you're doing a commander deck, yeah, you'll buy 100 and use 100. Otherwise, maybe you'll use 60 for commander, and then you'll save another 40 to be the sleeves you use for a sealed event. Since those, a sealed event or a draft, you only need 40 cards. So 100 actually is a great quantity. But, then you get some things like 80 packs where it's like, well, if I don't use a sideboard, I'm just gonna have a bunch of rando stuff left over. And I have hundreds and hundreds of sleeves that are just completely random. These I actually bought. These came in a big, large collection I bought. So I'm just gonna use one of these. Let's use the creepy eye. Why not? So we're gonna sleeve up Force of Negation in the eye. It doesn't really matter if the sleeve's like super dope looking. They're probably just gonna throw it away anyway. But you want a clean one. You don't want any food stains, or it can't look used. But there's that. And then we need to put something around it. Now I use these, which so I work in a comic store, and have you ever heard of Diamond Comics? They're the distributor. They are. Let's see if I can get this in the picture here. Probably not. So Diamond. If you need packing, if you're ever gonna move, by the way, if you're moving to a new place, go to your local comic book store and ask them for their Diamond boxes. They'll know what you're talking about. They are the best boxes for storage. They're so nice, and a lot of them have like these different types of dividers inside them. So this is like a big diamond divider. It's like a Imperial Star Destroyer just passing over this Force of Negation. And then there's the middle divider, which is half the size of the large one. All right, so they may look tan, but these are solid gold. I use these for so much crap. So whenever I need some of these made up, obviously you don't want to use the half size. You don't want to use these. These are going to come in handy. But I will take a little piece of cardboard and a little sleeve, and I'll draw around it. Like this is just a sleeve token, just total garbage. You can tell I use this all the time for this. I actually do it wrong on this side. I'll show you how to draw it. There we go. So you just draw it out, get some of these style scissors, cut it up, have fun, and you'll get a bunch of little dudes. It uses almost all the available surface area, so you're not wasting any. So we're getting 13 out of each one of these bricks. Or if you collect comics or whatever, you can get a few out of a bag and board. But again, if you're collecting a lot of comics or getting stuff from dollar bins or whatever, you're going to accumulate some boards you don't need. And these are also good for shipping. And so we got these guys. So we are just going to take this dude up. We're going to put him in his own little sarcophagus. I use just plain old Scotch tape. Bloop. All right. So there it is, ready to ship. Okay, there may be a couple steps left. All right, tape around every corner. And if you receive something taped like this, obviously you're going to want to slit along the long edges so you don't potentially poke the card. All right, so now we have the sleeved card inside a little fancy little brick. Next, we take one of these mid-size dudes or a comic board. We'll just use a comic board. And you just fold it in half till the edges meet and squish it down. Okay, now you got a little sandwich. And you take this guy and you throw it in there. And now we whip out a different type of tape, the packing tape. Just a nice little chunk. You don't need much. Get that fastened on there. All right, now we have our little book. And it's so nice when you receive a card in the mail and you're like, oh, hey, that must be for me. It just looks nice. It's super protected, but we're not done yet. So next we need one of these dudes. They sell these at like Kroger and Publix and Office Depot, whatever. Just manila clasp closure manila envelopes. They're usually pretty cheap. It's like maybe $1.60 for 5 or 10. I don't know. It's not too bad. If you get them in bulk, you get a better price. But I use these to ship everything. It's great. You get high by licking the glue. That's the best part of all. All right, so you're going to want to, okay, flip it around this side so the flap's on the left. Obviously write your little name and their name. We're not going to do all that just yet. But just take that, and once you have one of these, it slides right in almost perfectly, and then just lick it, close it. I usually do a little courtesy tape right there, and that is a package that's going to get you good feedback. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Y'all have a great day, and das vidanya, y'all.